Welcome to this Pilates yoga class where we're going to be taking you out of any stress responses that you may be stuck in all week. Maybe you've had a stressful week. Now's the time to unwind. It's the weekend and we're going to do a bit of warmth in the body so we can get into some nice deep stretches yoga style. So Pilates, warmth, yoga, stretch, sounds good, and then we'll finish with some pranayama designed to activate the parasympathetic nervous system to help you unwind and de-stress. Let's begin on the mat. So we're going to start with some cat-cow. So if you've got any slip discs or anything, you're going to find your neutral spine, your natural curves in your spine. You're going to go from here to a cow. Neutral to cow. Otherwise, if your spine feels okay, I'm going to go into a cat-cow. Exhale, spine to ceiling. Starting off with a small range of movement and making it bigger. Make sure your environment's nice and warm, it's safe. There's no kids running around, so you can unwind and relax. Good, child's pose, knees together. Forehead to mat, you can circle off those wrists to get them mobile. Deep breaths. From here, tabletop position, left arm out, right leg out as we begin a bird dog. So nice and safe for the spine, really good rehab. Distributing your weight evenly over the left and the right side of your body. Have a look back, make sure your leg is as high as you think it is. We're searching for a bit of warmth just above the hip on the side that your leg's out. Deep breaths, another 5, 4, shoulders down, 3, and release. Over to the other side. If you feel this on your wrist at all, move your wrist a little bit further away from your shoulders. Deep breaths. Connect to that core. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Child's pose. 2 breaths. Circle off the wrists if that feels good. You feel like you need to. Round 2. We'll start with the right arm, left leg this time. And hold. Good. That fire is very warm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Over to the other side. Hold, distribute your weight evenly. Getting that arm up at a shoulder height. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release, child's pose. From here, Pilates warmth. Let's begin. Fire hydrant, feet together, knee comes up as high as you can. Going for 15. I was trying to get some warmth in the glutes because I want to go into some deep pigeon work. Pigeon pose, I mean. We need to actually think that I'm working with pigeons. If you've not done yoga before. Good. You might feel this on the stabilizing leg. That's normal. 5, 4, 3, 1. Same leg. Extend for pulses leading with the glutes, so the bum cheek. For another 15. Good. It's going no higher than hip height. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Over to the side. Fire hydrants. It has not stopped raining. It's nice to listen to though. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. It sounds like you're in a caravan, you know. Making sure you're distributing your weight over the left and the right hip. And you've engaged that core to stop from any unnecessary tilting in the pelvis. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg extends. 15 pulses. Good. Just your legs moving. You might feel this in your stabilizing leg now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Wide child's pose. Let's get deep in the hips. Exhale. Circling off the wrists. Making our way over to our belly next for some back bends. Forehead to hands and just settle into this new position. So feel free to stay here, or you can bring your elbows a little bit closer to your shoulders, shoulders down away from ears, and you can feel a stretch in the base of your back. It's very deep. You're just trying to relax whilst you're in this awkward position. Deep breaths. Allowing yourself to feel that back bend. And you know what? This is really good for strengthening the back for those who've had slip discs. As long as it's not painful. And always go by the advice of your physio or doctor. Stay here, or you can bring the elbows a little bit more closer so the elbows are directly under your shoulders now. Pushing your hips, relaxing your hips into the mat. You're just trying to get used to this position. Deep breaths, pushing the belly out on the inhale. And you can stay here again, or you can come in and out of these positions whenever you feel like it, or we can progress it further into a seal. So we're straightening the arms, or you can have a bit more of a bend in them, but you just want to feel that stretch in the base of your back. And you may feel it in your hip flexors, the front of your thigh, and your belly as well. Inhale, slowly coming down to the first position, settling in to recover. Good. Next, we're going to make our way to a down dog. So tucking those toes under, hips come up to the ceiling. More bend in the knee, more gentle it's going to be on your back. And you can paddle those heels out for a nice calf stretch. Finding a nice flat neutral spine. Normally I can get my feet on the floor. There we go. Our right leg is sent up into a three-legged dog, knee back. Coming down with control into a pigeon to stretch the glutes. Okay, so we want to find the center of our mat. A bend in the knee. That's not pulling us off center, okay? And if you feel you're ready to, come onto your elbows. Try and sink in and allow yourself to feel the stretch in your glutes. Alexa, stop. Before progressing it down, let's see if we can less of a bend in this front leg. Bring it up a little bit more. And allow yourself to feel that stretch. You can hold your foot in that position as well, just to keep it there and keep yourself on center. Allow yourself to feel that stretch where you feel that stretch. So it might be your hamstrings, the back of the leg. Deep breaths. If you find it stressful or discomfort, you can start shallow breathing. So that's why I constantly try and remind you and myself to shallow breathe, to deep breathe. As your body gets used to it, you might be able to put your forehead to your hands. So we're working on flexibility of the glutes. Sit with that discomfort. It shouldn't be painful. Just gone a little bit too far if it's beginning to hurt, so just dial it back. More bend in the knee you're sitting on. Good. Inhale, making our way back to a down dog. Paddle those heels out. Feel a difference in the hips. Then same leg shoots up. So you can go back into the pigeon again or into dragon. Do you want to try that, dragon? Massive hip opener. Really good. Stay here as we settle in, untucking that back foot. Straightening the leg a little bit more if it feels okay. You can stay here, you can come in and out of these positions whenever you feel you need to. Flexing the ankle, coming onto the ridge, pushing the knee out. Take your time. Allow yourself to feel that stretch in the groin and hip area, hamstring, glute, could be everywhere, could be lower back. Stay here or progress it to on your elbows. Quite intense when you're trying to do that. One more deep breath. I won't stay here too long. Good. Making your way back to that down dog. Feel the difference in your hips. Hopefully more mobile and you feel that stretch. Other leg now. In my case, the left shoots up and over, down into pigeon. And settle in. Making sure I'm in the centre of the mat, I'm not being pulled out of it, using my elbows to counteract any pulling. And deep breaths. If you want to progress it before moving on to your elbows, bring that foot up a little bit higher. You can hold it there and try and remain in centre. And where you're feeling that stretch is where you're tight. Making sure if you are hypermobile or anything, you're not overstretching. You're in a comfortable position with minor discomfort. Two more deep breaths. Good. Left leg comes back into down dog, paddle the legs out. Good. Same leg comes up into three-legged, and then either you can go back into pigeon or dragon. Back leg gets sent back straight. As straight as you can get it. Coming onto the ridge of your the ridge of your foot. Pushes the knee out and settle in. Trying to straighten that back leg a little bit more so we can move down onto elbows. Good. 2 deep breaths, as we know this is quite intense. Good. Sending that leg back into down dog. Good. Paddle out, paddle out. Finding that flat spine. Looking at your toes. Good. Well done. We'll make our way on to our backs next. To semi-supine as we begin some bridge. So relaxing your arms by your side. Coming up into the bridge position. Stay here, or if you'd like it to hyper extend, bringing warmth to the lower and mid parts of the back. Tuck your shoulders under, walk your legs in, and bring your hips a little bit higher than your thighs. Engaging the core protects the back. And if you want to interlace your hands, to open up your heart center, feel free. 2 deep breaths. Untuck the laced hands, coming down to Apanasana, keeping your tailbone on the mat, and you can rock left and right, using your shoulders. Good. I'm going to do that once more. Into the bridge. Hyperextension, tucking your shoulders under, interlace your hands. Hold for 2 breaths. Very good. Untuck the laced hands. Carefully coming down. Apanasana. Good. Bring the knees out and in for a bit of a circle. Good. Noticing any discomfort. Coming onto our tiptoes. Go over to the right. Knees over to the left. So we go into spinal twist. So notice where you feel this straight away. See if you can relax whilst in this. You might feel it in the glutes, around the hip area, lower back ideally. You can stay here or you can progress it. So both shoulders should be on the mat. So make sure they are. You're just trying to relax into this. Deep breaths. 2 more. Good. Inhale, bending both knees onto the tiptoes, shimmying our hips over to the left, knees over to the right this time, or whichever way you didn't do. And settle in. Shoulder blades on the mat. Stay here or progress. Shoulders back on the mat. Two more deep breaths. Good. Bending both knees. I'm going to come up into a seated position, any seated position that you feel comfortable with. So we can practice some pranayama. So normally I sit cross-legged like this, but I'm going to swap over just to sort out any imbalances in flexibility. You can see that my knees are a lot higher up. But any seated position, sitting tall, shoulders down away from ears, untucking the pelvis, knees down if you can. And imagine you've got a golden cord attached to your crown of your head and it's pulling you upright. So that's how I'd like you to sit. So we're going to practice box breathing. So I encourage you to close your eyes and try and relax and just observe your breath, the natural course of your breath. And I know you'll probably have things to do after this class and a lot of things to do, but I want you to stay present in this moment and just concentrate on your breath, the anchor of the mind. This is your time right now with your body. And let's work on a practice of relaxation. So inhale through the nose for a count of 4. Pause for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4 and inhale for a count of 4. So that's your box, your own count. Let's begin. I want you to completely fill the lungs on the inhale. Completely empty the lungs on the exhale. On the inhale, you're pushing your belly out as you inhale. Holding that breath for a count of 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Using that diaphragm, feeling the chest and ribs rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Notice how your breath feels, how the environment feels. Keep sitting tall. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. It's a practice. 2 more cycles of the box. Namaste, thank you very much for joining me on the mat today. I hope this class helped and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you again soon.